There are a lot of things you'd probably like to leave behind in 2020. One of the most important being your old underwear drawer. If you're rolling into the new year with the same bunching, chafing, and uncomfortable underwear, then you've got to check out Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is an essential piece of my new daily routine. These Mack Weldon underwear are so comfortable that if it comes time to change them and I don't have a new clean pair of Mack Weldon undies, I might not wear underwear at all. From socks, shirts, and hoodies to underwear, polos, or active shorts, Mack Weldon promises comfort and a consistent fit. Whether you're working out, going to work, or on a date, Mack Weldon is for everyday life. Their wide range of customized fabrics can keep up with you no matter what your day looks like. And Weldon Blue, Mack Weldon's totally free loyalty program, gets you free shipping for life. If you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep them and Mack Weldon will refund you, no questions asked. For 20% off your first order, visit MackWeldon.com/peasants and enter promo code peasants. That's MackWeldon.com/peasants, PEASANTS, promo code peasants for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. It's the Drunken Peasants Podcast. It's episode 834.
Do it live.
And we're here for a rare full episode here on twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants. Welcome one, welcome all. Remember to follow us here. Click the follow, please.
Follow.
Tell all your friends, and thanks to all of the bits that hold on, lots of gifting. If you're watching this not live, I apologize, but yes, we're being gifted a bunch of subscriptions by Two Guns No Ammo. And I made a leaderboard below so people can see who's gifted us the most subscriptions. Two Guns No Ammo is way up there. And we're getting bits, but people are just showering us with love and affection here on Twitch right now.
Yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, you're probably going to have to send super chats and or Streamlabs in because you're not here live to shower us in bits.
Yes. And yes, this episode will be posted to YouTube and it will premiere at some point soon. So look for it, maybe a few hours or two after this episode's over.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, it might be 8 hours. Who knows? We'll see.
I like those early day ones where you play them early in the day.
Should I do it at like noon?
I would do it at noon.
So I should hold it. So I'll upload it tonight, but I guess I'll wait until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you get
okay,
all the
so
kids.
this will premiere on YouTube tomorrow at noon. So when you see the people asking me where the fuck the show is, that's where it is. I'm holding it till noon.
Ransom.
And you guys can see it. Oh, but here's the thing. I have a few announcements here really quick before we get on with the regular show. So, I want to remind everyone, Actual Mania is happening this Friday. We have to come together with a card. That will be announced on the next show. So you guys will know what it is. We have to come up with a surprise card because the World Heavyweight Champion is not appearing at the next Actual Mania, so we are stripping him of the title, and there will probably be other sanctions imposed upon him. It's kind of like Trump leaving office,
Yeah, we'll probably impeach Egghead. So,
yes, we'll have an impeachment trial of Egghead.
We might have to have next private show be the impeachment of Egghead.
Yes.
I don't know. There's some trouble brewing in Eggtown We're going to have a coronation and I think just hand the title to
Yeah.
Mickey. I can't believe he's going to just have the title handed to him because Egghead had a little too much yolk running down his spine. A little
but
too much yellow in that
Actual
yolk.
Mania coming up this Friday. It will happen regardless of Egghead showing up or deciding not to show up. $5 gets you in there. Check it out. It's on Patreon. There's a link in the description for Patreon. Also, audio versions of DP are available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podcast Addict, SiriusXM, which I am now a stockholder of, and any other podcast platform. You just go there and search for DP on there. Click follow. Download us. If you already follow us, go in there and hit a refresh. Make sure your phone is downloading the episode. I've seen a vast improvement in the numbers just because I've been asking you guys to do it. So please do it. All of you have a desktop or a cell phone that you're watching this on. Your phone should be getting the audio versions of the show. Please do so. And yeah, we're getting a lot of stuff.
Love you, sweet boy.
Thank you. You guys we're getting showered right now with
Golden showers.
Yeah, your golden shower of affection.
Showered in gold.
Also, one last thing that I wanted to bring up here. Where is it? Fuck.
You got some good stuff?
I mean,
is it good stuff?
No.
Oh.
Let me get it here. There we go. All right. So, quick reminder: if you use the Brave browser, which you should, send me your bats. All right. Here's all you got to do is click the triangle here in the address bar and then send a tip. And I have some bets here. If you don't have the Brave browser, it allows you to support your favorite creators without having to spend any money. You just use the browser. It shows you little ads in the corner of your screen that you can just swipe away if you want. And over time, it accumulates this ad revenue in the form of basic attention tokens. Right now, a bat is worth like 30 cents or so. It goes up and down all the time. You can accumulate bats and you can send them to us. This way, you just send us a tip and send us your bats. Please do. It helps tremendously. Now on with the show.
Let's get into it.
All right. I think we're going to do some of the action news here, because
DP action news.
Yes. Here we go. Whenever it decides to start.
He called me sir. It got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
Indeed we will. Indeed.
You better well learn to love it.
I believe this is the Alex Jones clip. Let's see how much we can get out of this here. And by the way, I want to take a moment to thank all of you that helped us complete the hype train without us having to even really talk about it.
5 levels decimated.
5 levels decimated. It was already at level 4 before we even ended the intro. So thanks to all of you. And your accomplishments will be documented in the leaderboards below.
Excellent.
Forever cemented in the halls of history.
Excellent.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong.
Just got kicked out of the house for drinking, lol. Right now I'm living in my car and getting free water and showers from the facilities at my university. It sucks, but I do have beer, so sometimes things work out. D.
Glad you got beer.
Congrats.
Don't drink and drive. Feel free to park at a gym overnight. A 24-hour gym. Get a membership with a shower if you need to get a different sort of shower than your university facilities. Otherwise, dude, live that car life and get fucking wasted or get sober and go back home.
So
it's up to you.
I feel like we need to hear that one more time.
We do.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong.
Who is there a video of?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
There was a guy that came out. He's one of the leading males on OnlyFans. He does adult videos. He gets with girls, and people give him like $100,000 a month to watch him have sex with girls. And a clip of him came out today, and he had a big old ding dong slapping in his face and his mouth.
I like that. I like that word, ding dong.
Big old ding dong. So maybe he's talking about him.
Maybe
he's talking about him.
And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen.
I just want to look at everything he's just said. So there's not a video of President Trump sucking a ding dong, but even if there was, it's a lot better than World War III.
So is there a video of somebody sucking a ding dong, and why did he bring it up if it's not that big of a deal compared to World War III? Why didn't he just say, hey, we're probably going to go into World War III now. He could have skipped the whole ding-dong sucking stuff, because in the same breath that he talked about the video of someone sucking a ding-dong, he backtracked just in case there was a video that comes out of Trump sucking a ding-dong. That's the only reason you backtrack at that point.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, it's Trump. There could be a video tomorrow that makes me look like an idiot for saying that. So I'm just going to say, so what if it was?
I never sucked any ding-dongs. But I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden hose.
Didn't you already tell Der Spiegel that?
No, the son of a bitch walked in there in my own office when I'd splattered stuff on myself and I was changing shirts. He goes, oh, that's a good shot. Let's get your shirts. And then he goes, I go, hey, have some of this chicken and sausage. So
What
the fuck is going on?
Has this been edited or something?
I don't think so. This is obviously older, too, because he doesn't have the beard, and he's had the beard for a while. But this is great. I love this.
Technically, I said, Jones offered me his sausage. Yeah, give me a break, you son of a bitch. I like women, not men. And if I like men, I'd be proud of it. I'd have a line of them. But I ain't ever been in bed with no man. I've been in bed with probably 300 women. And
Nice.
you sons of bitches sit there and you play these games, and I'm sick of it. So,
I think this is one of the most interesting clips of Alex Jones I've ever watched. Everything he says here is gold.
300 women, not one of them was a man. Pretty good odds. I have much less than 300 women, and a couple of them turned out to be men. Accidents happen. We move forward. There's no video of me slurping a ding dong, though. I'll tell you that. And even if there was, I'm not starting World War III.
No. Yeah. Let's see. Someone who's capable of starting World War III should be like, Alex Jones, you better suck my dick or I'm going to start World War III.
Whoa.
Like Putin or the president of China or, someone with that amount of power.
Like, what if Mark Zuckerberg walked in to Alex Jones'
the
office?
word ding dong as if it's a Twinkie.
Yeah, isn't a ding dong a hostess?
It's a hostess cake. The ding dongs are shaped like hockey pucks and filled with cream. They have a chocolate outer.
A Twinkie should be called a ding dong because it's more phallic shaped and it's filled with cream.
It could. It's hard, like there's cupcakes are euphemisms, zingers, like ho-hos.
Dude, I've eaten so much vending machine food in my life that, yeah, I've had all of those.
You ever do Tasty Cakes?
I don't recall that.
They're like a Northeastern brand. They're not Hostess, but they're similar to Hostess. Like Little Debbie is an offshoot of Hostess type thing. Same shelf space. They compete for the same shelf space in all your favorite gas stations. Good old ding dongs and penises. But even if there was, I didn't start World War III.
Here's another good soundbite that I saw. It's Chuck Schumer, and he's talking about how Donald Trump is guilty of inciting an insurrection, but he misses and says something kind of funny. Here it is.
But make no mistake, there will be a trial, and when that trial ends, senators will have to decide if they believe Donald John Trump incited the insurrection.
The erection insurrection.
He incited the erection insurrection.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of dicks in the fucking Capitol building that day.
Yeah. The erection insurrection.
Bunch of schmucks, at least. I don't know if I'd call them dicks.
You know what I think? I think a lot of this just has to do with the average age of the people we have at this level of our government now. They're all in their 70s or older. I'm tired of it. Got Nancy Pelosi. She's like 80-something.
When Grossy Pelosi was doing selfies with JFK, you knew we had a problem.
Yeah.
There should be an age limit where, like, after a certain age, I think, once Onision loses interest, you shouldn't be allowed to run our country. We should only be ran by, like, 16, 17-year-olds.
No, thank you.
It should be the Kids' Choice Awards. Pick our president.
No, thank you.
There doesn't need to be an age limit. I think there needs to be an aptitude test. And you have to be able to answer certain things correctly. And if you can't,
you kind of sound
ousted.
like it. They said the same thing about like voting, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they had tests, and it was usually to prevent people like black people from voting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's a lot of people from all races that are stupid. So it's like the idea that it was to prevent.
Well, I mean,
black people.
there's certain classes have better access to education than others.
Yeah, and people who want to vote should have to get educated.
Okay.
There should be a side education for voting, and it shouldn't be anything terribly hard. It should just be some sort of like base knowledge of what you're putting your fucking mind into. And that's voting, though. This is a job that somebody gets paid very lucratively to do and can possibly be there for life. Politics, government, these are kings and queens. These are royalty. They're high royalty. If they can't be held to a fucking standard of testing that lets them know where the nation is at right now, they're still living off of ideals they had when they got put into office 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
We got to shake and rattle and roll, Ben.
Here's that crazy QAnon woman that got elected. I can't remember what state she's from. She's insane, but she got elected, and I guess she filed articles of impeachment against Biden.
Yeah, wasn't it like day
Just filed articles of impeachment on President Joe Biden. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, that's the clip. So it didn't go anywhere.
GG QAnon.
Here's Biden talking about the aid package, the COVID aid package that everyone has been waiting for. It was like that was the biggest countdown from this whole thing. I was like, damn, I know he's gonna do something really quick.
Is he about to give
the one
some
thing
corn
that
pops
gives
out?
me hope that we're not only going to sort of stay away from the ad hominem attacks on one another, is that there is an overwhelming consensus among the major economists at home and in the world that the way to avoid a deeper recession moving in the direction of losing our competitive capacity is to spend money now. From across the board, every major institution has said, if we don't invest now, we're going to lose so much altitude in terms of our employment base and our economic growth, it's going to be harder to reestablish it. We can afford to do it now. As a matter of fact, I think the response has been, we can't afford not to invest now. We can't afford to fail to invest now. And I think there's a growing realization of that on the part of all but some very, very hard-edged partisans, maybe on both sides. But I think there is a growing consensus. Whether we get it all done exactly the way I want it remains to be seen. But I'm confident that we can work.
So what is it supposed to be, like 1,400 or 1,600 or something like that?
What?
there's supposed to be like a stimulus check.
Wasn't he going for full 2,000?
I've been told that it's like 1,400 or 1,600, and then no one's paying student loans right now. Like they haven't been forgiven, but there's like a pause on student loan interest.
Yeah, there's that. There's a whole lot of investing back into the businesses and stuff. What was it? About $2 trillion they're trying to add on for it to the national debt. A lot of people are like, our national debt's going up like crazy. Well, we have to do something right now. We have to breathe some life into the economy. Hopefully, super corona isn't something we're talking about a year from now while we're all sitting at home.
There's already stuff popping up that could be super corona. I mean, all we need is one strain that's not only more contagious, but also more deadly to where it doesn't matter if you're younger or haven't had a condition in the past, where it just hits you so hard that it takes most people out who get it, but it's out there everywhere. That's all we need. And it's already mutating. There's already 3 or 4 strains that are known of at this point. It's messed up.
Our way through. We have to work our way through because, as I've said 100 times, there is no ability in a democracy for it to function without the ability to reach consensus. Otherwise, it just becomes executive fiat or battleground issues that get us virtually nowhere. I don't want to hold my colleague may know, the vice president, but I think there were very few debates on the Senate floor the whole last year on almost any issue. Well, that benefits no one. Doesn't inform anybody, doesn't allow the public to make judgments about who they think is right or wrong. So I am optimistic that it may take some time, but over the year, the way if we treat each other with respect, and we're going to argue like hell. I'm confident of that, believe me, I know that. I've been there. But I think we can do it in a way that we can get things done for the American people.
So, they're saying that's the $2,000 is going to be the $600 they already gave,
right.
plus $1,400, so it's a down payment. The $600 is a down payment towards the $2,000.
Yeah.
The $1,400 will make
we're
it
getting
$2,000.
$1,400.
Wow, that's so nice. Every other major nation.
And there should be the unemployment bonus, too.
Yeah.
People should be getting that. I don't know if they're planning on doing it. It should be the way it was before. It was pretty good. $600 extra on top of whatever else they qualified for. That's good.
They should have something for every essential worker that worked.
In Canada, they give essential workers a bonus on every check.
Yeah, they should get maybe a tax write-off or something.
Or just extra money on every check.
Well, yeah, but for the ones that have already worked it, through the pandemic, now that this time's coming through, they should be an essential worker should be forgiven something on taxes.
Sure.
They should have some sort of credit for everything they did through this. They're not worth $15 an hour, but we'll make them go to work, sell fucking Taco Bell.
Yeah, and essential workers aren't just hospital workers and police officers. It's people working at grocery stores and shit like that. It's people who don't have high-paying jobs or jobs where you assume, where you would normally assume that kind of risk. A job like working at a grocery store has suddenly become way riskier than it used to be. Here's that company Dominion that made that had to do with the elections and the voting machines.
Yeah, they made the voting machines, the voting software.
Yeah, they're gonna sue Rudy Giuliani for over $1 billion.
$1.3 billion. Oh, Rudy, where are you gonna get that? Trump didn't pay you no money.
And it's interesting how they make their case.
Oh,
basically, they're going to point out the fact that Rudy never mentioned this sort of shit in court. He only mentioned it in public at rallies and shit and press conferences. But every time he went to court, he never made these claims. So that's going to go really far in proving that he knew he was lying when he did this shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Riling up all these fucking Stop the Steal people?
Being able to prove that someone lied about you like this is huge in a defamation lawsuit.
They're suing Rudy Giuliani, former president of Donald Trump's personal attorney, for $1.3 billion.
Yeah.
Allegedly defaming the company with false claims he made about the 2020 presidential election. You want to turn the volume up?
That come from other people, American citizens, who swear under oath that they saw 100,000 ballots come in and that they were all for Joe Biden. And that I should point out, now that Sidney has spoken, that those happened just around the time
he is fucking melting. This is so
Dominion
ridiculous.
Or Smartmatic people called a halt to the
his
election.
hair and makeup person purposefully put some like melt away shit just to make him look like that?
No.
It's nutty. He looks like he's actually falling apart.
I think this was around the time he was diagnosed with COVID. He looks really sweaty and weird, and he just did a bad dye job.
And then you can also trace it with a very big
down.
spike in the vote count at exactly that time. Since the election, we have asked to see the Dominion machines because we've been told that they cheat. They change the vote constantly.
Who told you that?
These machines, these Dominion crooked machines, are calculating machines. They're like computers.
They're like computers.
They can add votes, they can subtract votes, they can move votes around.
They can bypass the mainframe.
They can
They hack the Gibson. Giuliani's played a key role in trying to overturn the election with Dominion as a cornerstone of his conspiracy theories. There's no evidence that the voting machine company influenced the outcome of the 2020 election. It's already suing campaign attorney Sidney Powell for spreading lies about the company.
Talking about some massive straight lines up in the vote tallies in the middle of the night.
There's some
after they
massive
supposedly
straight
stopped
lines
counting.
up in
And
the
that's
vote
when
tallies.
Dominion operators went in and injected votes and changed the whole system.
And there's a picture of Giuliani that looks like he is part crypt keeper, part candle.
Giuliani.
I'm melting. I'm melting. Oh.
All right, there's an investigation going on right now to see if the Justice Department tried to overturn the election for Trump.
Keir Dougal is a CBS News legal contributor and former federal prosecutor. He joins me now from New York City. Hi, Keir. Great to see you. So the Wall Street Journal is reporting that Mr. Trump tried pressing top Justice Department officials to go directly to the Supreme Court to try to overturn the election results. CBS News has also confirmed the former president wanted then acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen to enact that failed plan. The DOJ's Inspector General is now investigating those claims. So, Keir, assuming that these reports are true, how do they factor into Democrats' case against the former president? Because some of these revelations came, very recently, sort of after this article was drafted.
Right. So this is of a piece. I think it's a part of the larger context in which we've seen former President Trump pursuing these false claims that there was widespread the president.
I don't want to hear this guy talk. I'm skipping this.
You really don't like that guy, Ben.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Moderna's CEO says its vaccine will protect against 2 known variants of COVID-19.
So Moderna's saying that their vaccine is effective against the UK
super
strain.
one?
I don't. It's hard to keep them straight at this point. I need to know how many variants have been identified at this point and which one is the scary one.
But it plans to start human studies of a booster shot for the strain that we just mentioned from South Africa. Stefan Bancel spoke with Bloomberg's Alex Steele and Guy Johnson.
Guy Johnson.
That's
so
a name
your
I
first
can trust.
and your last name are code words for penis.
Your guy?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
What's up, little guy?
Yeah.
Say hello to my little guy.
Yeah.
The South Africa strain has a very high level of antibody. It is actually higher than the level of antibody of people that have been naturally infected. So we believe it is protective right now. The thing that we don't know, and it's really unknowable scientifically for the next few months, is...
All right, so I would get the vaccine literally now if I could.
So this is the Moderna office?
Yeah.
Is that an outbreak monkey on the wall there? In the painting?
I don't know what that is.
It looks like an artistic interpretation of an outbreak monkey to me. This is fucking weird to me. I don't know, man.
Here's teen son speaks out after telling FBI about father involved in Capitol riots.
The family torn apart in the aftermath of the Capitol riot. A Texas teenager is speaking about why he says he tipped off the FBI about his father, who is facing federal charges connected to the riot. TJ Holmes has that story for us. Good morning, TJ.
He was an asshole.
Robin, you said it right there. A family torn apart. And why? Well, the FBI says a Texas man was at that Capitol siege on January 6th. Then he returned to his Texas home and he told his 2 teenage kids, don't turn me into authorities, because if you do that, you'll be a traitor. And traitors get shot.
Whoa.
It was all over the news. You could see him, his blue coat, his helmet, his GoPro, his bulletproof vest. It was all there.
The man in the blue coat is Guy Reffitt, caught on camera taking part in the siege at the Capitol.
Not only are you a horrible American, you're a horrible father. Because your kids wouldn't even fucking keep a secret. If my dad went to the Capitol building, you know what I would do? I would sit at home and make fun of him all day long. And if the cops came, I'd tell him he wasn't home. If the feds came, like, he ain't here. He ain't here. I wouldn't snitch on my dad. I'd be like, you dumb motherfucker, the whole time. I'd be like, nah, his dumb ass ain't here. I saw him on the news too. I told him, get out of here, traitor to America. That's what I tell the feds. I'd tell him that, but he'd be inside the house smoking some fucking...
While Reffitt was there, his son, 18-year-old Jackson, says he was receiving real-time text updates from his dad.
What kinds of things was he saying? What was his tone to you?
He was enthusiastic. He was through the roof.
Wow.
I hate the way this kid's talking about his dad.
It was surreal to hear him talk, like as if this was something that is going to save our family.
Jackson says the opposite happened, and his family has been
He's
torn
going to
apart.
prison.
According
Maybe
to
it
FBI
is saving his
documents,
family.
after Reffitt returned from the siege, he allegedly told his wife and children, if you turn me in, you're a traitor, and you know what happens to traitors. Traitors get shot.
Did you think your dad would hurt you?
Is his dad's name also Guy?
No. I think...
What's up with all these guys?
The way he's been manipulated into
What about
thinking
Guy Fieri?
By these extremist groups, and what's been fed to him was...
His kids are way smarter than him. It's kind of weird.
Worrying enough that I don't know what he was going to do next.
I'm sure his kid's
Guy
watching
Reffitt
right
was
now.
arrested and is facing federal charges related to that insurrection at the Capitol. Jackson is now in hiding, cutting ties with his family, who are upset with him, he says, after he called the FBI tip line weeks before the Capitol siege to alert them about his dad.
Did you hear them talk about not charging all the people who did the Capitol siege because it might take too much of their time to charge everybody? It might clog up the courts, is what some people were saying.
Who are the people?
The DC. They're like, it could clog up our system to charge everybody there. And then people on Twitter are like, fuck you. You have no problem charging people for bullshit weed crimes and shit. You better charge every motherfucker that went in there.
It's my dad's decision. He did what he did, but that I still feel responsible.
The FBI would not confirm the tip line call from Jackson, but Reffitt's wife told investigators he's part of a group called the 3 Percenters, a far-right militia group, according to the affidavit. Reffitt's wife, Nicole, tells ABC News, Guy is a loving husband, devoted father, loyal friend, and passionate patriot, adding, it saddens me that during this political climate, we can't communicate and agree to disagree without a fight.
At first, it was talking down to anyone against his opinion. For example, he would say that liberals wouldn't survive in this world. I didn't know what he was doing online, but I've heard what he's been talking about. He's been hyping something up. I had no idea what it was. And I'd rather contact
Liberals
authorities.
would not survive in this world, yet conservatives get whipped into a frenzy based off some fucking Facebook posts. Huh. Interesting.
Then know what was going to happen.
What's most important is that young people or anyone who's concerned about a loved one talk to someone that they trust. Talk to someone who is on their side and is going to help them work this through.
Is this
Why
Danny
be public
DeVito?
about it? Because I want people to know how awful this political strain can be on certain people. And I feel like I should have to have the voice to tell people that it's okay to come forward. Your moral compass is going to be absolutely just the right thing to do.
I like how your dad's taking time to hydrate during the insurrection.
It looked like he was washing out his eyes. He might have gotten tear gassed.
Oh, I was hoping he was having a little bit of a H2O.
Again, Refet's wife, and again, that's Jackson's mom,
He's a
says
loving
that her
father.
husband is a sweet man. She uses that word sweet and says this has torn.
Okay, I don't like it when people use the word sweet to cover up what a piece of shit they are.
He's a sweet man.
This guy, he's a sweet man. He said
boy.
traitors get killed. Sweet man,
to his kids.
Yeah, sweet man doesn't tell kids if they tell them papa they're traitors and they'll get shot. That's not what a sweet man says. That's what a fucking pig says. GG, you fucking pig.
Torn the family apart, and that still she did not feel threatened when he made those statements. But George, the son, says he's speaking out now because he believes a lot of families are going through what his is going through after that insurrection at the Capitol.
A lot of turmoil in that family. Okay, TJ, thanks very much.
That poor family. That poor family. Fuck out of here.
Here's another man that was charged.
Michael Foy, he is the local man charged with allegedly attacking a Capitol Police officer with a hockey stick. He's due in court. Over the weekend, new documents were filed in federal court, including new photos. And Local 4's Nick Monticelli has a closer look at what we can expect this afternoon.
Good afternoon. So this federal hearing is about detention. Can Foy be released on a bail, so to speak? We also already know some of the evidence that they're using against him. This photo is one of them. This is allegedly captured from a body camera showing Foy using a hockey stick, beating the officer. The feds are saying he swung that hockey stick at least 10 times.
Wow.
This is the
This guy's
Wixom man,
fucked.
Michael Foy, that will be in federal court for the first time today. He was caught in this video
Look at
when
this.
rioters stormed our nation's capital January 6th. As D.C. Metro Police were trying to keep them out, Foy is accused of using a hockey stick as a weapon, beating a police officer who was knocked to the ground.
Yeah, this guy
In
is
fact,
not in a good position here because there's video of him doing it.
take a look at this.
Yeah,
In a court
it's,
filing over the weekend, the feds are using screen grabs from that officer's body cam, which allegedly shows Foy attacking him with that hockey stick. The same stick that was found in Foy's home.
Oh, they have the stick too? They found it in his... Oh, dude, he is fucked.
I can't get rid of my insurrection stick.
What? He took the murder weapon back home. I mean, I know no one was murdered, but he took the weapon back with him.
But I got my insurrection stick signed by Baked Alaska. I couldn't get rid of it.
He should have ditched it right there, right?
No way, man. It says Baked Alaska across the hilt.
Should have been wearing a mask, not only because of COVID, but because he was committing a federal offense, and should have ditched the stick, the hockey stick that was probably like $10. He should have just fucking threw it in a trash can or just dropped it and ran away from it.
So I've been reading a lot of QAnon. I think I pieced together why they made up this you have to wear a mask thing. Zuckerberg obviously had facial recognition all across Facebook, and they tried to make everybody wear masks so they couldn't get facially recognized. But QAnon's like, no, we have to be recognized by Zuckerberg. So they broke away from the mask policy because the government was trying to hide people from Zuckerberg.
When they arrested him. In that same court filing, prosecutors took the time to highlight Foy in pictures from the multiple videos that were recorded.
Fucking
U.S. prosecutors
douche
say
nozzle.
Foy is a former Marine, trained in combat, and took a leading role in the Capitol violence. In their argument to keep him locked up
Former
without
Marine trained
bond,
in
the feds-
combat uses hockey stick to beat police. This is a problem.
Yeah.
Right, Michael Foy poses a demonstrated danger to the community and to himself if released on bond. He stormed the Capitol and assaulted police officers. His conduct was more than violent, it was reckless. The severity of his conduct, coupled with his current mental health issues, make Foy a danger to the community and to himself. In the court documents, the feds were also alleging some substance and alcohol abuse, saying Foy was a heavy drinker, saying he was drinking up to 10 beers a day, even the day before his arrest.
Living the good life.
I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Yeah, if you're not cracking a 12-pack, you're not even drinking. 10 beers a day.
Here is 45 Republicans out of 50 voted against impeachment.
Well, yeah,
they
wanted to drop the impeachment.
Yeah,
and 45 voted to drop the impeachment.
Yeah,
but 5 didn't. So it's 55 total,
Yeah.
I believe, right?
Yeah, 55.
Yeah,
Mr. President.
This was Rand Paul.
The Senator
recommended to drop it.
Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution says the President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed.
His argument is that Trump's already out of office, so this shouldn't even be happening. That's his argument.
Removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Article 1, Section 3, Clause 6 states, when the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside. As of noon last Wednesday, Donald Trump holds none of the positions listed in the Constitution. He is a private citizen. The presiding officer is not the Chief Justice, nor does he claim to be. His presence and the Chief Justice's absence demonstrate that this is not a trial of the President, but of a private citizen. Therefore, I make a point of order that this proceeding, which would try a private citizen and not a president, a vice president, or civil officer, violates the Constitution and is not in order.
The Senate will conduct a trial of the former president, and senators will render.
All right, so here's Schumer's response to that. And I watched this earlier today, and I didn't know that there's been other elected officials that they did an impeachment trial for after they left office and barred them from running again.
The Senate will conduct a trial of the former president, and senators will render judgment on his conduct. Therefore, the point of order is ill-founded and, in any case, premature. If senators want this issue debated, it can and will be argued during the trial. Therefore, I move to table the point of order, and I ask for the yeas and nays.
Is there a sufficient second? There is a sufficient second. The clerk will call the roll. In this vote, the ayes are 55, the nays are 45. The motion to table is agreed to. The point of order is not sustained. Majority Leader.
Is this gentleman?
And Emily, finally, I want to ask.
He's pretty old.
He seems like he's 100 years old.
He's someone in the Senate. I'm
Leahy.
not sure who. Oh, it's Leahy. Okay.
From Vermont.
Yeah.
He seems like he's 100 years old, and he looks like maybe Dick Cheney snuck in a mask and is pretending to be Leahy.
Leahy and Bernie Sanders are two pretty old guys.
Vermont's just a lemon party over there. Interesting.
You know, I remember the last time we had Hannibal on, we were talking about like cities and how many black people live there. And I looked up Burlington, Vermont, and it's like, I think like 3,000 black people live in the entire city, and that's the largest city in Vermont. I looked up Portland too, and it's okay.
Yeah, there's way more African American, black. I don't know what the fuck how to say it. People of color in Portland than there is in the rest of Oregon.
In the rest of Oregon, yes.
The rest of Oregon.
I compared it to my hometown, and there's like 4 times as many in my hometown, and it not even per capita, like just like, and it only has like a quarter of the population too. It's crazy.
It's pretty.
The Pacific Northwest is very white.
Yeah, we have a lot of Asian representation.
Oh, there's way more Asians than any other place I've ever lived, for sure. Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't know, man.
This is like one of the last places in the country where people moved. You know, I wonder when Washington got statehood. I'd have to check that out.
Was
this
it
vote, the ayes are
1852
The nays are 45.
or 63?
The motion to table is agreed to. The point of order is not sustained. Majority Leader.
Majority Leader. I am too old to be here. Do they just put him in the main chair because he's the oldest in the room? Does he have seniority?
Well, I mean, there is a seniority thing.
I've been here for 140 years serving
All
America.
right, so Delaware, Pennsylvania, blah blah blah. Where is Washington? Where is it? There it is. 42nd.
1889.
Yeah. I lived in New Mexico for a while, and it was. I remember like they actually got into the Union in the 1900s, and then Alaska and Hawaii
1912?
got in late 1950s.
Arizona got in 1912.
Yeah, all those states like in the southwest.
Yeah, Washington was 1111. 1989, 11 years before the turn of the century.
Yeah.
1111, 1989.
Interesting.
That means when I was born, Washington had been in America for less than 100 years.
Yeah. Yeah. This is an educational show.
Yes, guys, this is how we get our federal grant money. We have to teach you shit every episode.
Yeah.
Or else Obama doesn't send us our checks.
Remember to follow us. This is a point where I'm going to mention to all of you, if you have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, you can send us your free sub that you get every month. Just click on the sub thing and send it our way. It helps the show a lot. And I think we're going to...
Time to learn.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one.
Emmanuel Jackson is one of the latest Marylanders charged in connection with the riot at the U.S. Capitol. Federal prosecutors say he was one of the first to enter the building and repeatedly struck police officers with a metal baseball bat. Jackson from Prince George's County turned himself in to police. He explained why he was there in a video posted to Twitter.
We've been taken over by globalists, by the Chinese, but for America. I'm not here for Trump. I'm here for America.
Police officers have described the harrowing attacks they faced that day.
You can see the guy reaching up to grab my gas mask, just sort of beating my head against the door and ripping it away. He was also able to rip away my baton and hit me in the head with it. So, I definitely considered that might be it. I might not be able to make it out of there.
The FBI continues to search for more rioters. The agency tracked Brian Bettencourt, who was on probation for a Baltimore County burglary case, to the Capitol using his Jeep.
They're not sending the best people to the Capitol. They're just not sending their best people.
PS ankle monitor. The self-professed white supremacist told his probation agent he was in D.C. to distribute Bibles. He posed with
Bibles? That doesn't look like a Bible.
Confederate flag and wore a Proud Boys t-shirt and flashed the white power hand gesture.
We have to take these right-wing extremist groups, these white supremacist groups, much more seriously.
Among the government's new arrests, the man who attacked that officer you heard from in the piece. He is from Connecticut, and his childhood friend turned him in using the FBI tip line.
Damn,
In
dude.
Baltimore, Mike Kellgren, WJZ.
WJZ.
Weren't people getting paid to turn in people? Like
I think so.
There was
I think I
bounties,
saw
right?
something like that.
A little Christmas bonus. Turn them in.
Let's see what else we got here.
The beginning of 2020,
The FBI has
Australia was
arrested-
on fire and COVID was starting to spread across the world. 2021 seems to be a little more chill, but this is crazy. Like this is still so crazy.
The Baker County man for his role in the siege on the Capitol building 2 weeks ago.
We've reached this
steps. We've had to climb scaffolding. We've had to climb ladders. We've had to break things to get through, but we've gotten
What
through.
did you climb?
We're
Chubby
told
Chunder?
tips from that video
Yeah, look
posted
at
on
him.
Facebook led to Bradley Weeks' arrest. This is video of him leaving federal court within the past hour. News 4 Jax reporter Marilyn Parker is joining us live from McLenny, Maryland. What does the FBI say he did?
Well, we're told it was this morning when they arrested him at the Waffle House you see behind me. In the criminal complaint from the FBI, it says Bradley Weeks
I
entered
thought
violently
Waffle
and
House was a place of refuge. I thought the feds couldn't enter a Waffle House. Isn't it like a church? Isn't it got the same rules as a church?
This is sacred ground.
This is a house of waffle. You shall not enter. I don't know. Does it not have the same rules as a church?
Basically. The hallowed halls of the waffle.
That's great. He's in there getting his $4.99 stack of dog shit. There's a brand new staff.
$4.99 stack of
brand new staff in there. Never worked at Waffle House a day in their life. It's their first time on. The feds come rushing in. The feds order like pancakes as well, because how could you not? You're a Waffle House. Why not waffle?
committed disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds. It was ultimately multiple tips and a video he posted himself on Facebook that led to his arrest.
We have gotten through. We're taking back the Capitol. We are taking back our country.
Well,
You didn't
he
take
didn't
shit.
get far. The FBI arrested Bradley Weeks of Baker County Thursday morning. Sources tell News4Jax it's what brought dozens of police seen on video from inside this McLenny
I saw
Waffle
Carl's
House.
Jr.
We've reached the steps. We've had to climb scaffolding. We've had to climb ladders. We've had to break things to get through, but we've gotten through.
And see how he's doing this wee.
Yeah.
He saw other people climbing scaffolding, and he's like, it's this group mentality that he has where like he identifies more as a member of this group of people than an individual.
Yeah.
So he's taking credit for all the shit that he sees other people do.
Yeah, we climbed scaffolding.
Yeah.
We broke in the building.
We're taking it back.
We should be charged as terrorists.
Yes.
The feds got him because he posted this video to Facebook showing himself in the middle of the insurrection at
All
the
the
U.S.
way
Capitol
home.
2 weeks ago. These documents from the FBI say they got tips from several people about the video, and a U.S. Capitol Police special agent even confirmed Weeks was inside the Capitol building from the screenshots on his account. The FBI also says another informant who has known Weeks for years confirmed this is him on the photo. We went to Weeks' home address. Does he live here? And ran into one of his relatives who didn't want to talk to us.
Of
This
course
relative
not.
was also seen with him at the time of the arrest at the
Oof.
Waffle House.
This is our 1776. This is where it's going to happen. This is where tyranny will
This guy got a little bit of a Kalo vibe in his eyes.
Look at this, America. Look at this.
A statement from the FBI.
We have a whole army of cringerweight champions here.
Yes. Yes. It could be a cringerweight champion battle royal.
Oh, God. The
On this-
Capitol cringerweight.
The Rants reads, quote, "The arrest of Bradley Weeks is yet another example of the FBI's commitment to hold accountable those who seek to incite violence or wreak havoc on our established institutions." He had his first appearance in Duval Federal
Doing it
Court.
at
He faces
least a year.
2 misdemeanor charges,
A year
and
and
the
a
maximum
half?
sentence, if convicted on both, is 18 months in jail and more than $100,000 in fines. He could also be
It's a lot
forced
of
to
money
pay
to just throw at the
restitution
government.
for damage to the Capitol.
God.
We looked into his priors, and he was arrested in 2010 for vandalism, but those charges were dropped. At the time of this incident, he was employed as an IT employee for the Baker County Sheriff's Office, but he later left
He was
that
working
position.
for
The FBI says they
Sheriff's
partnered with the
Office.
Florida Highway Patrol, the Baker
But he
County
had
Sheriff's
but he
Office.
had a prior record too. That's interesting. That a law enforcement agency would hire someone with
It was
priors.
for what vandalism? They
Yeah.
said. So
I mean, it's a lower level crime.
yeah, it's a
but
misdemeanor. I think
yeah.
a lot of cops probably have misdemeanors from before they become cops.
I don't know what the stats are on that.
This Andy Jack.
There probably was a time when they were way more picky about that kind of stuff. You know, a lot of cops were in the military too. They weren't allowed to get in trouble as much. You know what I mean? because the consequences of getting in trouble when you're in the military are worse.
But they'll take in people who have been in trouble. And
Oh
put
yeah,
them through
and
the
in
military.
gangs and stuff.
Yeah.
That's definitely happening.
Jacksonville Sheriff's Office in this investigation. We're live in McLean tonight. Marilyn Parker, Channel 4, the local station.
We climbed scaffolding. We broke into the Capitol building. We are terrorists. Maybe they're not terrorists. Maybe they're just idiots that should be charged as terrorists. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. So Biden and Putin had their first phone call.
Ooh.
We know what the intentional news of the day was. It's these executive orders.
Right.
And let's put it in plain. Let's try to put it in plain English here.
You know, guys, I'm really jealous of your sweet beards. I'm just going to wear my mask during the interview, okay? I don't want people to see my beardless chin.
How much of these executive orders are aspirational and how much of them are tangible that you'll start to see them have an impact,
This isn't even what
sooner
the
rather than
title
later?
says it's about.
Course of that conversation, which I think was more than an hour long, that the news came in the final seconds there, of course, that this conversation took place.
Yeah.
We now are told between Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, and President Joe Biden there. Jen Psaki herself wasn't even certain that the call had been completed, but she knew that it was taking place and had prepared what she would say if asked about it. And there was a dramatically different way of communicating to Vladimir Putin demonstrated by this White House, that Psaki said in her prepared remarks that, among other things, that he would be.
Well, there's no P-tape of Biden from Russia anyway.
We don't know that.
Well, no. Everyone knows that, come on.
Everyone knows that Biden has a videotape of him sucking ding-dongs, but it doesn't even matter because he's starting World War III. Putin was like, Biden, when China's done running a train on you, I'm going to kiss you passionately and take you.
Did you see this?
What? Scottsdale court hides baked Alaska records after followers spam site?
Yes.
Ooh. On the same day as a Scottsdale judge issued a warrant for the rest of the alt-right troll Baked Alaska, Scottsdale City Court began receiving unusual court filings. Please throw my case out, Yoba. Read the first emailed motion to dismiss a criminal case against Alaska, whose real name is Anthony Joseph Giannette.
I mean, this is only going to make it worse for him. This is not going to look good for him when he actually goes in front of a judge.
Free my N-word, Tim Alaska, read the next submission in part. Is his name really Anthony? Is that how we pronounce that? Is it?
I don't know.
Antiheim. What a stupid name. Jeanette is currently facing misdemeanor assault, disorderly conduct, and trespassing charges in the court after he sprayed a bouncer in December. The case earned renewed attention this month after he participated in the riot at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, joining the mob who invaded Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi's office. Both incidents were well documented on video, which is unsurprising because Gionette has sought to earn a living by sharing interactive live video of his exploits known as live streams. After being banned from most social media platforms, Gionette still attracts a fan base drawn by his promotion of alt-right ideology and his confrontational content. He marched with white supremacists at Charlottesville and hung out with neo-Nazi blogger Andrew Anglin. The Scottsdale bouncer was only the latest person he's maced. Gionette's fans, who seem to root both for his success and for him to implode for their amusement, have followed his court case closely, sharing screenshots of his case status from the Scottsdale court's website. On January 14th, prosecutors sought to revoke his release over his presence at the Capitol, and a warrant was issued for his arrest when he didn't show for a hearing. That day, his fans seemed to have realized they could use the website to submit online motions to the court. In the week following, the court received 302 such motions. City spokesperson Kelly Corset said, nearly all were spam, consisting in many cases of racial epithets or similar derogatory or inflammatory comments, Corset said in an email.
What the fuck?
One submitted January 15th is comprised simply of the slogan Trump 2024 repeated for 15 pages. This motion was submitted 202 consecutive times, wrote records clerk on the copy. Motion provided to Phoenix News Times through a public record request. So this same was submitted 202 consecutive times.
Yeah.
The Trump 2024.
Yeah.
So we have 309 instances and 202 of them were this.
Yeah.
So like 109 are probably just other people spamming the M-bomb.
Yeah.
Another which consists of 22 pages of ejaculating penis emojis was submitted 21 consecutive times.
This is great.
Court Executive Secretary Jennifer Ilton said the portal Jeanette's fans took advantage of is usually used by people without an attorney who want to submit motions asking for more time in their court case or to upload proof they completed a court-ordered program. This was the first time she's seen it abused, she said. I've been with the court nearly 5 years. I've never seen that before, she said. Some of the motions reviewed by New Times reference a Reddit replica for fans of alt-right live streamers known as IP2. Always Wins, a site where many of Jeanette's fans have congregated, and it seems likely that members of the site may have coordinated the spam campaign. Corset said the volume of abusive messages swamped court staff and slowed down their ability to process legitimate incoming motions. Well, that happens, unfortunately. I mean, we can't add this onto Timothy Anthemime Gionet's charges, but we can
Timothy Amphetamine.
Yeah, definitely charge Anthony Amphetamine Tim for all the other shit he did. Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Holy shit, this is a really long article too.
I'm done reading it.
Yeah.
We got the goods.
Yeah. All right. So, let's read some of them Streamlabs, and then we'll move on to the next part of the show.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick.
Thank you guys again for all the big subscriptions tonight. The Master Kabosh says, he says the word ding dong as if it's a Twinkie. Oh. William Hicks has just got kicked out of the house for drinking. That one got read. Thank you, William. Cheers. Two Guns No Ammo gave us some bits. Fix Soul gave us some bits. Jennifer Robbins gave us some bits. New Master 95 said, don't get you sweet. Don't get to see Sweet Boys live often. Love you and love the show. Thank you very much. Evercore subscribing right now as we're speaking. Fix Soul giving them bits. Key to the City giving them bits. Big cheers. Fix Soul again. Spirit Flame giving them bits. Showing love. Milk or Cream giving them bits. Key to the City, more bits. Evercore 91 says, I want to thank you guys for insulting Nick Fuentes in Bake, Alaska. The pleasure's all ours, Evercore 91. Thank you. Two Guns No Ammo again giving so many dope-ass subs tonight. I do believe that is everything I have available to read on this screen. So now... Keno giving us this. Love them 10 biddies, sweet boy love. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Billy Gray, you're probably still a sub because people have been donating subs, Papa. Two Guns No Ammo especially. Two Guns all whammo. Bang, bang, booty butt gang. But that being said, I am so excited to be back on Drunken Peasants. It's been almost a week since we were live last. Now we're back on Twitch. That's cool. That's cool. Ben's gone. I don't know when Ben gets back. I'll probably have to go pee too. So you'll have to sit with Ben for a little while I do things in the bathroom that I cannot share with you. The Boobry says, hey, Billy. Hi, Billy. How you doing? Also, does using these points help you guys? No, they don't really help us, but they do help engagement. So, in a way, I guess they do. But the points are just like viewer engagement. They're fun for everybody. If you guys see your points down below, you can use them to be cute, I guess. You can use them to be cute. That'd be fun. Take it away, boys. Yes, for the watchers. The watchers are watching. Oh my God. Nate says, no, you, Billy. I don't know what that means, Nate, so I'm just going to ignore you even said it, Papa. If anybody wants to talk in the fan chat, I will be reading. Variant Sigma says, love you, Billy. I love you too, literally. If you guys say love you to me right now, I'll say love you back. If that's only if you're codependent on affection and stuff. I could do that. But you know what does? Donating through Streamlabs or Patreon or using their links in Robinhood. Oh, that's true. Does help the show. Literally 1984. Don't say it back, I'll blush. Well, somebody's gonna blush. I love you too, object. Girls love boys, love girls. I will say 1776 will commence again. No. Lol. The new 1776 is the price that minimum wage should be. So let's raise federal minimum wage to 1776 and steal this 1776 slogan from people. Eric, I love you too. Nicole Bolas, I love you too. And I love you, Nate. We're just spreading love while you were gone, Ben. And we've decided we're appropriating the 1776 movement.
subbed.
Oh, look at you, Billy Gray.
Yeah, everybody sub.
So we're going to take 1776 back. We're making that the call for the new federal minimum wage. Should be 1776 so that the Trumpers don't get this. And I'm going to go do what I like to call a splish splash.
Splish splash, you were taking a bath.
Yes.
A urine
Splash
bath.
splish, I was taking a pish.
Now I'm here. Hello, everybody. I poured myself some coffee. I want to survey. I want to take a survey of the chat. How many people have drank so much coffee that you pee? Your pee smells like coffee. How many? Have you ever drank so much coffee that your pee smelled like it? Because that happens to me all the time. Yeah, there are some people that say never, and there are some people that are like, yeah, that happens to me all the time. I see a mixed amount of responses. I drink so much coffee that it's like, I guess my pee is basically coffee. Why am I smelling my urine? Because I'm breathing in the same room that I'm urinating in while I'm urinating. So you smell it. It's kind of like how you smell asparagus pee. Right? I drink coffee all the time. Coffee's a big thing for me. I'm really a fan of the coffee. I'm a coffee fan. I coffee is what I'm trying to say. Oh shit. Not this. Fix it. Yeah. Full screen on my screen. So cheers, everybody. Cheers to all my coffee people. I huff my pee-pee. We're going to start the next segment. Here it goes. Right. All right.
Ba-boom.
Great balls of ice. Look, y'all, look what I got here. I got the great balls of ice. My new word, the great balls of ice.
Great bowls of ice.
Some sardine a little.
He's gonna eat some ice with a spoon.
Try to get this out. See.
My God, that's low calorie.
All right.
It's no calorie.
Great bowls of ice. I actually think frozen has a couple calories in it.
See, I mean, my great balls
I see it.
of ice. Well, I should. Well, more people why I call it great bowl of ice.
Yeah.
I mean, great bowl of ice. I can't remember my own word. It's a great balls of ice.
It's great bowls of ice.
Great balls of ice.
Hold on now. What does he call it?
Great bowls of ice.
Great balls of ice.
I see that.
How did he make the great balls of ice?
Well, that's his secret. Not all of us can be Chef Wolfgang Puck.
See it all?
Oh,
no.
No ice. No ice.
Don't hurt your teeth on the
On
great
my
balls of
hand.
ice.
Papa.
On my spoon hand.
Goodness gracious, great balls of ice.
See, I'm going to eat the other one.
He trolled us. That's
Oh, no.
far more fitting ice.
Yes. Oh, you're still spitting it.
Let me show how you want to eat this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like dancing with him.
See, I mean my.
Does he have
I mean
all
my
new
bowl.
calendars now?
Great.
Oh, yeah,
Balls of
2019.
ice. My new word for y'all.
2021.
It's his new
Great
word.
balls of ice.
Great bowls of ice.
Great balls of ice.
Is it great balls of ice?
Or bowls of ice?
I don't know. Everybody's saying balls of ice. Great balls of fire, so it's great balls of ice? I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. I'm such a boomer.
Hold on.
How?
Yeah, good balls of ice. Let's watch something else. Oh no, I don't want to watch Patrick Coleman.
This is the right way to start your day. Let's go.
I'll save that for YouTube sometime. No, don't do this. Never do what this guy just did. Disavow. Never do what this guy just did. He like gas chambered himself. Oh my God, he's like spitting and drooling everywhere. He said that was good while like saliva is projectiling out of his face.
I'm not sure he knows what good is, but
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah, that did not look that doesn't look enjoyable to me. Like, I don't want to cough my fucking face off. I just want that little bit that makes me high. That's all I want. I don't understand the posturing where, like, you got to do the craziest thing to totally get high doing. That's not enjoyable. Because then you lay there and cough and, like, your throat burns and everything for a half hour. Not enjoyable to me.
Not an enjoyable experience.
No. That was crazy. That's all I had for oddities too. I don't know, the Patrick Coleman thing. Patrick Coleman used to be this guy that we used to watch on the show that used to talk about reptilians and the Illuminati, and he said he was a shaman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then recently, I realized I still followed him on Twitter, and now he's like this. He's like far right now. I guess he's sobered up, and he's like far right now. It's really interesting.
Was he at the Capitol insurrection?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Great balls of ice. It's the great balls of ice. Great balls of ice.
Let's do this.
Turn off the
goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
They're gonna touch me,
They're gonna touch me.
They're gonna touch me,
Antagonist.
I'm glad all of you are here watching us on Twitch. Make sure to give us a follow and give us your bats. If you use the Brave browser, send us your bits or your Prime subs if you want to.
Give us your stubby subbies.
Yeah.
Now. Thank you.
There's some crazy stuff on antagonism.
Are they going to touch me, DP?
This guy, I think this guy lives in the same state as us, and he's weird. He's we've watched him a few times over the years. People will say his name in the chat. I'm sure someone will. I forgot his name right now, but he's a crazy guy. Here he is.
Without my woman, Lady Z, we shall never be free of our struggle.
Okay.
This is the generation.
Lucas Warner. Yeah.
Every one of these people is a revolutionary, and some of them aren't smart. They might think they're like the hippies in the 1960s by saying, I'm a Republican, I don't want to wear the mask, I will be free.
That old guy.
Or I just don't want to. Even though I'm a leftist, I don't want to wear the mask.
Does not want to stay on this guy's face.
I want to be free.
I was at Costco Sunday night, and there was this guy had a big old fucking cowboy hat on. He had a big old pair of boots, and he had his mask hanging down to his lip, nose hanging out. I'm like, you can dress yourself with those cute fucking boots and hat, but can't keep that goddamn mask over your nose? And then he was like, you talking to me? And I was like, nope, I didn't say that where you could hear me. And then I walked on.
It's got to be one of the two, right? So half of them, I wonder, what entitles you to me? You wearing a mask? You wearing a mask? You wearing a mask? What entitles you to me?
Is that wet mouth in the middle of his mask too? He's lipping his freaking mask? Yuck.
But if you're wearing a mask and you're making eye contact and you're something I like of Lady Z, fit, healthy, smart, compassionate, or obviously implied by this interchange, otherwise I wouldn't be interested.
Ugh.
Hi, I'm Lucas. What's your name?
Billy.
See who it is. How are you today?
I'm doing okay.
What kind of classes are you taking?
I'm actually not in school right now. I do a podcast with BENPAI, Drunken Peasants.
That's what we're doing.
So,
do you enjoy your classes?
I enjoy
so
the
far?
podcast. Yeah, you kind of made it.
What do you enjoy about your classes?
Well, I mean, it's the podcast.
You see, this
again.
is what I mean. How can you possibly deny the fact that I know how to get my woman? What entitles you to me?
I'm not a woman, dude. I'm a guy on a podcast. I feel like you're failing already. You can't even keep that mask on your face. Anytime you do, you got fucking saliva dripping out through the middle of it. You're the epitome of a mouth breather. You're a super spreader with the mask on. You got fucking piss stains in your facial mask. That's a problem.
Here's like a news article about it.
Man ejected from downtown Spokane Starbucks last year withdraws $1,000 offer for a date. Lucas Warner, the 37-year-old Spokane man who made national headlines late last year when he was ejected from a downtown Starbucks after asking a teenage barista on a date, is back on social media where he offered to younger women money to go on a date with him. After a 6-month hiatus from social media, Warner took to Facebook and YouTube to promote a $1,000 offer to women between the very legal ages of 16 and 25 who does not already have children. Ooh, look at this guy. Look at this guy summoning the talking points of Christopher Chandler and
God, it's creepier.
And
though.
a little much creepier.
Yeah.
And the legal ages, that's a Cobes quote.
Yeah, and see, they link a YouTube video here. Yeah, it's him. That is him. I have this browser muted, but yeah, that's him. He lives in Spokane.
In December, a post by Werner went viral after he claimed age discrimination by Starbucks after he was asked to leave the downtown Main Avenue cafe by a police officer. According to his account, he wrote the barista a note asking her to dinner. A Starbucks spokesman responded by saying, "We have no tolerance for any such inappropriate behavior or harassment. We will continue to support our store partners." In previous social media posts and YouTube videos, Warner has promoted his belief that older men and younger women produce healthier babies.
Yeah.
He claims that men over 35 have higher counts of telomeres, a piece of human chromosome that impacts aging, and women under 26 are more fertile than women his age.
What?
Okay, but here's the math, though, dude. No matter how old you are, you're an undesirable fucking lump of a human. You shouldn't be procreating, and especially you shouldn't be talking to human beings that work at a fucking minimum wage day job.
Yeah, they're like forced to have to even acknowledge your existence.
If someone is paid to be nice to you,
Yeah.
don't write them a fucking love letter.
They're
you
not
dumbass.
interested. They're getting paid.
Now, if she slides you a number and says, "Hey, Papa,
Yeah.
let's make some babies. You look old as hell, and my uterus is young and fertile," then you know what? Then still wait until she's off the clock to talk to her about it. You fucking goof. She's working.
So yeah, this guy, he's an interesting one.
Well, I know what a woman's into me, Lady Z. Shut up. Go to a fucking comic book convention, you dork. The Spokane Comic Convention.
Spokane Comic Convention. Have you been to that?
No.
Oh.
No, unfortunately, no. I did go to a Bellevue comic book convention and toy fair. It was.
Does that still happen?
Not right now.
No.
It was supposed to happen. I remember Eugene Kappen.
Yeah.
He tried to get me on a panel there, but it got closed for COVID.
COVID closed everything.
COVID
A year without
closey.
PAX.
A year without PAX.
Yeah, man.
A year without fun.
We were gonna do our meetup around the same time as PAX so that people could justify making a whole trip to also go to a cool convention, and then we could have a night where we get a small venue to party, you know.
It would have been fun.
Yeah.
We would have had such a good time.
I guess we're having some frame droppage. I don't know why.
That's not fun.
It'll get fixed eventually. It's probably just a fucking hiccup in the internet connection.
A kick up a hiccup.
Yeah. Here's G-Man. All right. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
I love how he at the beginning of this video, he says that this video is only for Christians to watch, but if you watch it as a non-Christian, it's fucking hilarious. So, yeah.
I'm still preparing myself for G-Man.
Okay.
All right, let me
know. Let me know
do
when
one
you're
more,
ready.
Let me do one more thing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm clear.
All right. Here it is. Oh yeah, he's got this intro.
I didn't know
I'm gonna
there'd be a
skip it.
countdown.
Yeah, we're skipping it.
This is throwing me off.
This is the best part of the video. That's the sad part.
At least it makes sense.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries. I know it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning, so this is not going to take long. I don't expect a lot of people to watch this. This video is strictly for the church. This isn't really for anybody that is not associated with the church, anyone who doesn't care about what's going on in the church. This is going to be a rebuke to our pastors, the people that Christ has put into leadership in these times that we're living in today. I just want to say something and get this off my chest. There is far too much talk about what's going on politically and not enough stuff that's going on within the church right now. And because of what's going on in the world right now with the pandemic and everything, everybody seems to be doing the same thing, so to speak. Not everybody. Obviously, there's some pastors that are very outspoken about this. Some other ones seem to be supportive of it. Some people seem to be.
So he just wants people to reopen the churches and let them become super spreader events. That he wants an exception made for them to gather and pray to their imaginary friends together. He thinks that's a good enough reason to have large public gatherings together.
Now, maybe people could get together and quarantine at the church and stay in the church
and live
for
there
the entire time.
And
Yeah.
people are singing and there's spits flying everywhere.
Yeah, let them quarantine at the church. Everybody live in the church. How about that?
So whoever this is,
get bunk beds.
Whoever's meant to hear this, this is for you. You need to grow a spine and reopen your church. Okay, I don't care if you want to go to church and you want to see 500 people in your pews. All right, you can get a smaller congregation. You can allow a smaller amount of people to come to church. You can practice social distancing in the church.
Why not just pray at home? Or why not do like Google, you could do like a Zoom call.
church?
Yeah, a Zoom church or whatever.
Or this might sound strange. Why not become an atheist and donate your money to Drunken Peasants?
That is a way better option. But if you must go to church, what's so bad about that? You can still all have the church service together. You can hear whatever your pastor or preacher or priest or whatever. You can still hear what they have to say. What's the problem? Sounds good to me.
No, they just want everybody to go in and get the cough.
Right.
Go get the cough.
And then go out in the world. I like your... Yes. All right. So either you need a church that also has like a barracks built onto it for people to live there until COVID is over. Then they can all infect each other if they want. Or Zoom call church. I thought God was everywhere anyway. Why do you need to go somewhere to pray to him? Can't you all like collectively pray?
Or
be like, oh, at 10:30 a.m. everyone pray, and we're all praying together at the same time.
The third option, of course, is to disavow the Lord and become a devout Drunken Peasant follower and give your tithings to Drunken Peasants.
You're the
podcast.
man with the big ideas.
It's my thing. Because this going to church to get the cough thing is kind of stupid.
It's stupid.
Where you can have everybody sitting behind pews.
We would also call that kind of G-man. They're interchangeable words.
That's so G-man.
Like you can have like an empty pew with a pew in the front, pew in the back.
Someone make an Urban Dictionary definition of that.
Yeah. Or
so like
G-man.
you can the proper noun G-man is G-man, and you'll describe them, and then you can put in the other definition where it's like G-man, stupid as fuck, basically. G-man is a term that means stupid as fuck.
You could also take out those pews your hand motioning here for, G-man. You could replace them with bunk beds, and all the families in your community that can't afford to pay rent because of the cough can live in the church, and they can attend church services on Sunday.
Nobody
can
sits
have
in this
a
particular
video
pew.
for everybody else at home.
And then you can keep people 6 feet apart, and you can actually have service, and you can have, and then you guys can get together and you can pray, and you can worship God, and you can serve the Lord, and you can send a direct message to the God of this age that nothing that the God of this age is going to throw at us is going to stop us from doing what we're called to do. We have to do it on a smaller scale. Then we have to do it on a smaller scale. But we need to continue. We need the focus to continue to be a light to this world and show, look, you guys might be concerned about this. don't get me wrong. Romans 13 says that we're supposed to abide by the laws and everything that the land tells us to abide by. At the same time, there is a law that is higher than the law of the land.
And that's what God telling you to go to church when you have all the capabilities of worshiping at home to the point where you can even have a video live call thanks to God inventing the internet or whatever the fuck you idiots think.
Al God. I think it was Al God.
Al God
that invented. Yes, Al God.
We need to send the world a message. Listen, we don't serve the world. We serve God, and this is the person that we ought to be listening to.
Okay.
That's what we're supposed to be doing. And if we can't do it in our local storefront, cathedral, or, whatever size.
Isn't God omnipotent? Like, you could pray, you could be like in a bunker in the middle of Antarctica, and God should, by your definition of his abilities, should still be able to hear every word you're praying, right?
That's the thing about it, though, Ben.
Oh.
And a lot of people will argue this, is that God is whatever you want him to be at any given time, as long as you believe in him. It's a manipulative tactic to make your ways the right way against a world that says, no, you're a fucking idiot. Well, no, I have faith.
Church that we have homes. Let me tell you something. When we stand before Jesus Christ, there will be no excuses. When we stand before him, he's going to reveal it all.
And he's going to be like, hey, you fucking idiots got COVID when you could have stayed at home and watched on a fucking TV screen? Are you serious?
I mean, they've been putting church services on TV my entire life. Like, and there's all kinds. Yeah, I'm sure there's a TV station locally here that does Catholic Mass that people can watch. And there's all the like evangelical motherfuckers that have TV stations. Usually a lot of them on over-the-air television that like anybody can pick up. So I don't know. It's not a new concept, and if everyone's been doing it, it's been good enough this whole time. You don't need to go to a church right now.
But if anybody's going to hold on to old, ineffective methods of doing something, it's religious people.
Yeah, sometimes they fight for it. They fight for those old, ineffective methods.
You can actually be at home and still be a pastor, have people sitting in your living room, your dining room, or however big your house is or whatever, and you can have a service. You can still pray. You can still lay hands on each other, because the Bible says, with two or more come in my name, there he is also in the midst.
You can lay hands
do we believe
on each
our
other?
God is a healer? Yes or no? Do we believe our God is
that's what I want.
Is capable of doing all things? Yes or no? Because if we do, then we ought to be walking like that to demonstrate that and to prove that, right? How you doing, Lady B? 5 times and
his one viewer left a chat for him.
Nice.
Yep.
Lane 72. This is just a really short video. I wasn't gonna make this longer than like that.
How long is it? Oh, you know what? It's short for G-Man.
8 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah.
That's about 8 minutes and 34 seconds longer than I would like. And that includes the 30-second bumper in the beginning.
Of Preaching to the Choir Ministries. He cannot say the before the rest.
But I just felt the need to say this. It's just all this talk about who lost this election and nowhere near as much talk about us representing as a church.
Because it's not
what I mean? You
important.
figure that because
the virus is the most important thing. The election, I would say, comes second, and then your shit is like way the fuck down, like underground, popping out on the other side of the planet and shooting off into space. Important.
that because people aren't going to church, that you'll see more evangelists on the street. You know what I mean? That we see more evangelists on the street. We'll see more people out there preaching the gospel and whatnot. I'm telling you guys, we're getting closer and closer and closer to the end, and people are going to be making excuses. So 5 times says, brother, we can't open churches. It's too dangerous, bro.
Mm-hmm. There's a reasonable person. Let's see how G-Man responds to this.
Do it on Zoom.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's funny. Let's hear him respond to the same argument we just made.
Oh, okay. You're talking about doing church on Zoom. No, it's not too dangerous. It's not too dangerous. It's absolutely not too dangerous.
Okay.
Again,
can you explain?
If we are truly the children of God, we have nothing to worry about.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, who cares about the virus? We're God's children.
This is the same argument as there's no starving Christians that he made before. If something bad happens to you, then it's just because you're not Christian enough for God and God's not protecting you, is what G-Man believes.
If somebody believes this, like truly believes this,
He believes this.
We should rewrite the laws so that we can do whatever we want to these people, and it's God's plan.
Yeah.
Like, that's only fair. If they believe that anything that happens to them is God's plan, then we get to do whatever we want to them, or else their God doesn't exist, and then they have to break and say, okay, maybe we're wrong. If you're a true believer, then I get to come up and kick you in the fucking nuts in Minecraft.
Nuts!
In Minecraft,
I mean,
okay?
a time for it to be too dangerous is coming. They have used this as an excuse for us to close our doors.
It's not an excuse.
Pay attention to what's going on. You know, it's been if you think about it, it's a perfect storm. You got these.
I mean, it's not an excuse. It might be. There's always the chance there could be an overreaction, but sometimes you got to overreact to get rid of this shit as quick as possible.
Yeah, it's
Like-
the underreactions that are keeping it
Right, you
spreading
don't-
is the
right,
problem.
Exactly. You don't want to. You want either enough or more than you need, and I'm fine with more at this point.
Have you
Like-
seen the pictures of Wuhan?
Like how it's all clear and stuff.
Everybody's going
Well,
out to concerts and
People
stuff.
will argue that that's fake propaganda.
I hope so. 'Cause I'm
But I don't
jealous.
know. I don't know.
I'm jealous.
I don't know. Like, we do have American journalists in China that can report on what it's like there. So, who knows?
I want to be an American.
I do want to
idiot.
point out right now that we have kind of a battle going on for our executive producer for next month.
Oh?
In first place, we have Goose Juice.
Goose Juice?
With $315.
Goose Juice?
And then in second place, we have Eric with $270.
Eric?
Pretty close. And then Antonovich in third with $155.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn,
So we have
damn.
kind of a tight race between those two. So as long as they get their donations in before the end of the month, we'll see who gets that associate producer credit at the beginning of every episode that month.
That sought after credit.
Things that's going on politically. You got these things going on with the pandemic. Churches are closed. People's focus is all over the place, and we have forgotten about what we're supposed to be doing as believers. So all I'm saying with that is that if you're a pastor, grow a backbone. Grow a backbone. Reopen your churches. Make the services
Good thing
small.
you're not a pastor of a huge church. No one would listen to you anyway. You're just a fucking. He's just like, he's an idiot. He's a doofus.
Yeah. Evercourse says, I have friends in China. There is some lying, but overall they've done better than us.
And they have way more dense population than we
They
do.
also have way more control over their population. They're like, you do this, or you're going to disappear for a couple weeks, or for a couple ever.
Well, sometimes control can be used for good, and sometimes it can be used for bad, depending.
It's the one thing I love about control. I use it for good and bad.
Or, you know what I mean? And let's send the world a message that we serve Jesus Christ and not what's going on in this world. So just want to put that out there.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Indefinitely, if we're not going to be in church, then our pastors should be organizing things where we can go out there and we can do evangelism. Everybody keeps saying COVID.
Why? Just stay away. Like, no, you shouldn't go out and, like, be in public.
You shouldn't be going within 6 feet of people for anything other than, like, you know, necessities. And I don't think preaching the gospel is a necessity.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's why the world's falling apart, is because we turned our backs up to God.
Oh, yeah.
COVID can't stop you from going out there and evangelizing. David Lynn does it all the time. He's not using COVID as an excuse. So a lot of people going out there doing evangelism, they're not using COVID as an excuse. I mean, when people walk outside, you got to remember something. They're listening to the Hebrew Israelite nonsense when they go outside. Listen to the Jehovah's Witnesses because they're out there.
I miss concerts. I miss sporting events. I miss going out to eat. I miss going to bars. I miss conventions. I miss everything, like all of that shit. But I'm not going to participate right now. You know, I wouldn't participate if they were letting people in. It's smart that they don't.
They had the movie theaters open up for a little bit here in Washington State, and I thought about going a couple times, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to risk my life for fucking Tenet.
Yeah.
If there was a nice Marvel movie, maybe I would have done it, because I'm sick.
Listen to the Mormons because they're out there. Listen to every other group. The only group of people out there saying COVID is us. That's not an excuse. I'm sorry.
What?
This isn't.
What is he? The only people not saying COVID as an excuse.
So I just want.
COVID is a valid excuse for changing the way we've lived our lives for a year now, almost a year now. So I mean, it's not. Do you think that? Do you think that for a stupid excuse, they would shut down the border between the United States and Canada for 10 months like it's been now? No fucking way. Like that border's been open for land travel forever. So it takes something big to have that happen.
I can't believe that G-Man would ignore the Canadian border and all of this. That really gets my goat. That really gets my goat, G-Man. The Canadian border has been a time-honored tradition.
Well, all the stuff that goes back and forth over that border every day. That one, what's that stupid place that's part of Washington, but it should be part of Canada? Point Roberts.
Point Roberts.
Point Roberts. Like, they're fucked there. All these businesses, people are moving. I always wonder why people wanted to live there anyway. But they're fucked there. Point Roberts. It's...
They're not even a real country anyway.
I mean, Point Roberts isn't a real place anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I heard that they have jet skis that they take from Point Roberts to the mainland to get people out of there.
I mean, that's because normally I think traditionally people would just drive, you know?
I wonder what Point Roberts does during all this. Like if they just let him
I saw a news story on the local news that they're fucked there. Like businesses are closing. Like a lot of their stuff, a lot of the restaurants and stuff would usually get Canadian tourists.
Yeah, Point Roberts has lost 80% of businesses since COVID.
Yeah, it's a huge deal that this border is closed now. And a lot of people probably would drive to Seattle or like even Bellingham.
The CBC Canada said birth of a ghost town. U.S. border community has lost 80% of its businesses, hundreds of residents.
Yes.
Birth of a ghost town. It's crazy. I think that we should probably have Biden fix Point Roberts for us.
How?
Just, make like a little water park there. Cool little water park. You have a slide, you go in and out of the countries, like all the way down. You're like, I just went to America 7 times. I was in Canada 8 times. I did the Point Roberts cross country water slide. It was awesome. Yeah, or just cut it off, drown Point Roberts.
It's not that easy.
We could try.
I say it should just be just because it's slightly below that line where they draw the line. It's like, oh, U.S. gets this little nub right here. It doesn't make any sense, but
nub.
That's what it is. Vancouver.
One thing I love about Canada, I swear all the women in Canada are way nicer than American women. It's probably to their own detriment, though.
Look at this.
Probably a reason. American men are probably terrible.
This is a boundary marker from 1861 that marks the border. It's crazy. Yeah.
Is that boundary marker number 1? Do they mark them from like one side across? Because it said it was number 1. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, shit. I don't know why we've been dropping frames.
I know
but
why.
It keeps happening.
We can blame it on the pandemic. It's COVID, man.
That's our excuse.
Yeah, the stream died. It's effing for other people, too.
Yeah, I had to
We'll
refresh
be
my browser.
Right back. It's alive.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I guess I'll fuck with it another time and see why this is happening.
Excellent.
Yeah. So next episode we will be watching we'll be doing our movie review. So everyone will want to check that out. It's for patrons.
Yeah, patrons $10 and above get access to the movie review and a whole bunch of other over-the-top content. You also get the
Thursday.
2 private shows every month. That's $5 and above gets the private shows. And then we will be doing Actual Mania Friday. Looks like we'll just be giving Mickey Richards the title. We'll have a coronation event for Mickey Richards.
Yeah.
Wow. Unless Egghead wants to show his fucking face.
His fucking face.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to do here.
Yeah.
We give the kid the rub, and then he's like, nah, I drank my piss for funsies. I'm like, what?
I've never had this trouble streaming to Twitch before, like where we're dropping all the frames and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty weird.
Yeah. When COVID went electric. It's
Yeah,
electric.
it's electric.
Boogie, boogie, boogie,
electric COVID boogaloo.
Yeah.
Let me try
electric boogaloo.
Electric boogaloo.
It's electric.
All right. So I ended the stream and started it back. Oh, shoot, it ended the...
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's fine, though. It's fine. We're back. We're back on.
Good.
Yeah.
It's about damn time.
It's about damn time.
It's about damn time.
Yeah, it's just dropping. I mean, we already dropped a few. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
We're live now?
Yeah, we're live now.
Okay.
We're live, but we're still dropping, and I don't know what the problem is. It was bound to happen eventually, you know. Shit happens, right?
Shit happens when you're having fun.
Shit literally does happen when you're having fun every time.
I see you. Should we do something?
Yeah. Something. I don't know what to do though. Something.
Well, I mean, like, is there more show to do or?
Oh yeah. There's like a little bit more stuff. People are saying the Chinese government's taking us down.
Happens every time.
You know, it was weird. Like, I lowered the bit rate for a little while, and that stopped the droppage for a little while. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Do show. All right. What else do we have here? You see this? Because you guys know Flash ended recently.
It stopped the Chinese railroad?
Yeah.
When Adobe stopped Flash content from running, it also stopped the Chinese railroad. What?
Mm-hmm.
Adobe's Flash, the web browser plugin that powered so many very crappy games, confusing interfaces, and animated icons of the early web like Homestar Runner, is now finally gone. That includes Battlecam.com.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
that was Flash-based?
Battlecam's gone now because it was Flash-based. After a long, slow, protracted death, for most of us, this just means that some goofy web game you search for out of misplaced nostalgia will no longer run. Damn. Newgrounds. Damn.
Newgrounds was a huge part of online entertainment for me. Pre-YouTube. Pre-E-Bombs World even.
Some goofy web game you search for out of misplaced nostalgia will no longer run. For a select few in China, though, the death of Flash meant being late to work because the city of Dalian in northern China was running their railroad system on it. Yes, a railroad run on Flash. The same thing used to run free online casinos and knockoff breakout games and mortgage refi ads. I find this personally fascinating because I've had little experience with Flash and its programming language, ActionScript from some past lives. My goofy hoax, Krigzesteiny Dead Goat, Polo Arcade Machines code was written in Flash ActionScript, and I pissed away most of my money in the early 2000s trying to start a webcasting company that used a Flash-based player. So I know it can actually be made to do all kinds of interesting things. Hell, YouTube used to run on Flash until 2015.
Yep, it did.
It wasn't all stupid little web games, but that said, I can't for the life of me fathom why anyone would want to run a freaking railroad network on it.
I don't get that. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of mind blowing. I think some people use Flash like the animation software to animate things still, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you can still use Flash for animation. It's just not web-based anymore.
Yeah, it's not like built into your browser.
Yeah, I think you can animate with Flash on Adobe. I'm pretty sure they still have that available in the Adobe suite, but you would just have to render it to a video file maybe. I don't know.
So Newgrounds is still around though, right? Do you just have to use like Firefox to view it now, or did they update?
Would it be Firefox? Wouldn't it be... I don't know. I don't know, but the railroad thing, yeah, kind of mind-blowing. Adobe Flash and evolved it to Adobe Animate? Okay.
What's this?
Denmark launches children's show about man with giant penis.
I'll be right back.
What? Critics condemn idea of animated series about a man who cannot control his penis, but others have backed it. Thank God for others. John Dillerman has an extraordinary penis. So extraordinary, in fact, that it can perform rescue operations, etch murals, hoist a flag, and even steal ice cream from children. You better not have that dick up near my kid's cone, dude. John Dillerman will not be alive. The Danish equivalent of BBC DR has a new animated series aimed at 4 to 8-year-olds about John Dillerman, the man with the world's longest penis who overcomes hardships and challenges with his record-breaking genitals. Okay. Why are we not watching this right now? Unsurprisingly, the series has provoked debate about what good children's television should and should not contain. Since premiering on Saturday, opponents have condemned the idea of a man who cannot control his penis. Is this really the message we want to send to children while we are in the middle of a huge Me Too wave? Is this real? Is this like real? Wrote the Danish author Annelise Marstrand Jorgensen. The show comes just months after the TV presenter Sophie Lind kickstarted Denmark's Me Too movement. Christian Gross, an associate professor and gender researcher at Roskilde University, said he believed the program's celebration of the power of male genitalia could only set equality back. So we got to have a woman who has a monstrous vagina that just releases tools and toys and stuff for kids. Like this is stupid. It could set equality back because this man's penis can steal ice cream. This sets equality back for women because a man has a penis that steals ice cream. No. It's perpetuating the standard idea of a patriarchal society and normalizing locker room culture that's been used to excuse a lot of bad behavior from men. It's meant to be funny, so it's seen as harmless, but it's not. And we're teaching this to our kids. Do we have a clip of this show?
No, I don't.
Erla Henson Hosted, a clinical psychologist who works with families and children, said she believed the show's opponents may be overthinking things. John Dillerman talks to children and shares their way of thinking, and kids do find genitals funny, she said. Well, God damn it, Erla, you have a point. The man, okay, thinks like a child, so it's okay if he steals their ice cream with his giant dick. The show depicts a man who is impulsive and not always in control, who makes mistakes like kids do. But crucially, Dillerman always makes it right. Look, I'm John Dillerman. My dick stole your ice cream. Oh no, how do I make it right? Well, since you don't have a nice ice cream to lick, I'll get you something beep taken off air. He takes responsibility for his actions. When a woman in the show tells him that he should keep his penis in his pants, for instance, he listens. So he can control his penis. It's only until the woman tells him to keep it in his pants that he listens? What the fuck? Which is nice, he's accountable? No, he's not. If he can control his dick, that's the lack of accountability. If a woman has to tell him to put it away and then he can? Like if this one was like, put your dick away, and the guy's like, I can't. It's got a mind of its own. And the dick attacks her. I'm like, okay. Hosted conceded the timing was poor and that a show about bodies might have considered depicting difference and diversity beyond an oversized diller, Danish slang for penis.
Diller
man literally means penis man. His name's John. So earlier we had Guy Johnson.
There was a department store called Diller's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
Kinda
Guy
like-
Johnson earlier, Ben.
Yeah.
Remember Guy Johnson from
Guy
the earlier?
Johnson.
And now this is actually Penis Man. Guy Johnson, Guy Johnson, and Penis Man. This has been a very cock-named episode.
Yes.
Host can see the time it was poor in the show about bodies might have considered depicting difference and diversity beyond an oversized diller. Danish slang penis, first penis dillerman literally means penis man. But this is categorically not a show about sex, she said. To pretend it is projects adult ideas on it. Yeah, here's the thing. If you're just got a guy that's running around stealing ice cream cones with his dick, I see nothing sexual about that at all. He's just stealing ice creams from little kids using his penis. No big deal. That teaches a lesson to kids. Keep your ice cream away from some weird dude's dick. That's
a valuable lesson.
That's a
in life.
valuable lesson. Like, oh, here comes weird dude with a creepy dick. I'm going to keep my ice cream cone this way.
Weird dude with a creepy dick. Weird dude with a creepy dick.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that dick take that ice cream, y'all? Y'all see that dick take that ice cream? DR, the Danish public service broadcaster, has a reputation for pushing boundaries, especially for children. Another stalwart of children's scheduling is Onkorege, a popular figure who curses, smokes a pipe, and eschews baths. Think Mr. Tumble meets Father Jack, a character in Geppetto News made conservatives bristle.
What news?
Geppetto News.
What news?
A character in Geppetto News made conservatives bristle in 2012 when he revealed a love of cross-dressing.
What?
And Ultra Smider Toge, Ultra Strips Down, caused outrage in 2020 for presenting children aged 11-13 with a panel of nude adults, but argues Hosted such criticism was unjustified. What kind of culture are we creating for our children if it's okay for them to see perfect bodies on Instagram, enhanced digitally or cosmetically, but not real bodies, she said. Yes, a man who steals ice cream with his penis is a real body. But I guess Ultra Strips Down is a way for 11 and 13-year-olds to look at different naked adult bodies and ask questions. Look, man, this is Denmark. They're pretty progressive. They get $20-something an hour working at McDonald's. If all I got to do to get $20-something an hour to make a McDonald's job is stare at some naked old people when I'm 11 to 13, Maybe it's worth it.
I did actually know someone from Denmark that worked at McDonald's in Denmark. Seriously,
They owned a yacht.
Yeah.
Opa! Then the penis steals the ice cream cone. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I'm Danish, so I have to agree with everything they do over there.
You've never even been over there.
Yeah, but I agree.
So we got a little more time here. I don't even know, like, how long we started this at, like, what? We've been going for, like, 2 hours now.
Yeah, we've been going for 2 hours.
Yeah, so
2
we're going to
hours.
stream for, like 10 more minutes or so.
Yeah. This is a real stream.
We are, we're not going to do the post show tonight, but on the next episode on Thursday, we're going to be doing the movie review, the live movie review. It's a remake of RoboCop, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a real fun one. They had a whole bunch of different directors and filmmakers work together and film like scene by scene in their own little way. I saw some stuff from it. It's cute. It's funny. It's edgy. It's perfect for us. It's perfect for us.
So we'll do that, and then, man, we got a lot of work cut out for us because then we got Actual Mania. And actually, I have my private show that me and Scott Henson are going to do together for my other channel. So I've got to stream every day. Every day. Got to get those Patreon things out before the end of the month. It's never ending.
That's the way you do it.
Yep. Yeah, so shit.
Oh, it's magic. You know. You better believe it's not so.
Is it magic?
It's magic.
Did we get any Streamlabs or anything to read?
I think we got one more tenor. Pretty sure I read it
okay.
live. It was fat old guy who didn't even leave a message.
Oh, damn.
But we got some new followers tonight. We got
Thank you.
some biddies we read out. It's overall been what I like to call a good day.
It is a good day.
It's a brand new day. It's a good day.
Yeah.
The orgasm song? Is that a thing? You guys are crazy. But Benjamin.
Yes.
What are you gonna do for Black History Month?
Nothing.
I don't really know what to do. It's coming though.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't normally do anything for any special month. I barely celebrate any type of holiday, so.
But do you think that they'll have pubs open for St.
Patrick's Day? No, and I'm fine with that for now.
Are you going to get some green kombucha?
There are some green kombuchas, actually. They're pretty good.
Boob Reese says, Ben and Billy, do you guys know what Semla is? I don't know what Semla is.
No, what is Semla?
What's a holiday?
Is it? What's Semla?
I had some king crab this weekend. I bought it from Costco.
King Cobra crab.
So good. So good. Costco king crab, so good. Comes already cooked, so I just put it on the grill and heat it up on the grill. When I cook some asparagus beneath it.
Grill.
On the grill. It was pre-cooked, so I just let the grill hit it with the asparagus cooking. It was so good. A little pastry. I don't know about that. Yeah. Mardi Gras is going to happen in Louisiana despite the pandemic. That makes sense. I saw a keto king cake for sale today. Like the Mardi Gras purple, yellow,
People
like
are
ring
going to
cake.
make all the same mistakes they did last year. There's going to be probably spring break in Florida again. It's just never going to end.
So we may have won the presidency, but they will win the war.
I don't feel like I won anything.
I know, dude.
There's no we won the presidency.
We're America, dude. We got rid of the evil tyrant, Donald Trump.
Okay.
Who caused an insurrection on the United States.
Doesn't mean I won anything.
Eric made a keto stuffed pizza, and it's freaking delicious, but it's like 900 calories a slice. Wow. I was looking up how to make those keto tamales.
Mm-hmm.
Lard, almond flour, coconut flour, and cauliflower as a masa base.
All of a sudden, we're dropping again. Like, I don't know why this is happening. Like, we were fine. I stopped the stream and started it again, and we were fine for a while. I hate having tech issues. Back in the day, in the old days of DP, we had tech issues all the fucking time. Like, all the time. We'd have to, like, just, like, scrap the show and do it on a different day.
Damn.
All kinds of dumb shit would happen all the time. And we used to get DDoSed all the time, and it was awful. So now in like the rare occurrence where shit just like stops working and there's no rhyme or reason behind it, I'm like, fuck this.
It's a rare condition this day and age to see any frame skip on a Twitch TV page.
I like that Family Matters theme. I like that.
We're family here.
You ever notice the themes to 80s and 90s sitcoms a lot of times would like tell you basically what the show was all about?
Yeah.
So if you'd never watched it before, you'd kind of know what it was
Yeah.
about. Yeah, that's
That
really
was by
weird.
design, right? Like,
Yeah. It absolutely was.
Like if they did that for today's television shows, like they would have
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. There's a woman with dragons and a guy with some wolves. They're looking for each other, but they're cousins when they hold each other. They're kissing cousins. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
But then there was Seinfeld, the show about nothing, and their theme song was just like bow, 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 bow. It was like a slap bass solo, really quick. Bow, 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 bow.
He's a chemistry teacher, but he's getting sick, so he quit his day job and sold some crystal meth. He's a Breaking Bad.
That's beautiful. Have you watched WandaVision?
Yeah.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah, the first two episodes I thought were
well,
like I was like, okay, I need this to pick up soon.
The first one was Bewitched. The second one was The Brady Bunch. They even did it on the sets of those two shows.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, dude. That was definitely the Brady Bunch house right there. You know what's weird? The original Brady Bunch was filmed on a set, but they had a real house that they used as like the shot of the outside of their house.
Yeah.
And someone bought that house and remodeled the inside of it so it looked like the set.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's crazy. And now it's like the real Brady Bunch house now because it looks like it on the outside and the inside. I saw Walter White's house because it was just a random house in a neighborhood in Albuquerque.
I heard people would always throw pizzas on the roof.
That's so stupid. I know that pizza place though too. Yeah.
Did they decide to start selling pizzas unsliced to save time?
No. That was never a thing.
Yeah, I thought they wrote that into like the show later on because people kept complaining about the pizza not being sliced.
They do sell that that big ass pizza though, the giant pizza.
Yeah. Hey, there's Egghead in chat.
Oh, you mean the former world heavyweight champion?
Yeah, Egghead.
The new number 0 contender.
Hi, Egghead. Hey.
Damn.
It's a rare condition to have any cringe unless you are Egghead. And then you will binge on all the cringe.
Egghead has been stripped of his title. He says it's fine. All right, Egghead.
Unless
You're
you
stripped
want
of your
to,
title.
fight, Egghead.
I mean, there is still time. There's a couple
There's
days.
still time, Egghead. Are you in? Or are we giving the title to Mickey Richards, the first ever undisputed champion, gets handed to him?
The only undisputed.
The only undisputed is going to be handed to him.
We're going to have a coronation.
We're going to have to put an asterisk next to his name, saying not only did he beat Egghead without trying.
By forfeit.
He knocked Egghead back to the annals of mediocrity. Damn. It's going to be a rough one right there.
Mickey Richards is like, he's nervous.
I'd be nervous around you too, Mickey.
Oh, God.
If I was an alcoholic and I was drinking around Mickey, I would give up drinking forever. Because I'd be worried he'd slip something in my drink.
So Mickey thinks it's fear.
He knows he cannot defeat me. Egghead's full of fear. Fear, Egghead. Damn.
Egghead's typing a lot right now.
Uh-oh.
Egghead typing, ... Egghead typing, ...
We're about to get a text
Egghead is
promo.
typing, ...
We're about to get a text promo.
Egghead is still typing, ...
Slip a dick in your drink? Yeah, I won't drink that, Mickey. Egghead got spinal stenosis and was forced to retire from cringe for 11 years.
Wow.
Damn.
He lost his smile. Egghead lost his smile is basically what he's writing right now.
I lost my cringe.
If anyone is familiar with Shawn Michaels' first retirement, he lost his smile. Shawn Michaels' first of 3 retirements. We're all literally waiting on you, Egghead, to finish this message.
We're just waiting for Egghead, man.
I want to hear this.
Egghead.
Is this him saying he'll be there, calling Mickey a pussy?
I don't know.
That's
It
what
could
I
be
want.
anything.
Come
It could
on,
be-
Egghead.
Come on, Egghead.
Come on, Egghead. I'll be there. I'll defend my title. Mickey, you're a pussy.
Would it be
That's what we
better
need.
for you, Egghead, if you like?
I'm doing air jerk off for you right now.
If you jumped into Discord, would it be better for you, Egghead, to talk it out? This was my own choosing. My mental health was at ground zero. It's good to step away. Had a good run. Is this the end of the egg? Of course not. I'll be back for actual mania soon enough. Who wrote that for Egghead? That's not what Colton would say.
No.
Colton would be like, oh, geez, guys, you're always picking on me. I'm going to go take a shit in the bathtub now. Bye-bye. That must have been Lauren. That was Lauren. Lauren's over there typing for Egghead.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's a prepared statement from Egghead's PR team. Wow.
His PR team. His PR team.
It's damn true.
Is this all about him drinking the pee-pee? Is that why this happened?
I think
People like, you
Egghead,
drank pee.
Egghead, you should come back this actual mania, send in a video of you butt chugging pee. How great would that be if you just got a beer bong connected to the back 9 and you're butt chugging a pickle jar full of piss? Nasty, man.
Why did it take Egghead 10 minutes to write 2 sentences?
I told you that was Lauren coming
She said
in.
not her. She's right there. She says not her.
I don't believe it. However, I will say this. Mickey is nothing but a rundown version of Corpse Midge. Egghead,
Okay,
you
how
can't-
can you say
you
that?
can't.
How can you, dude? That is some bitch shit.
You
right
can't
there.
say that, Egghead.
You're talking shit after you forfeit.
You know what, Egghead? Here's the deal. You need to send in the cringiest video ever for Actual Mania and fight Mickey Richards. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
You're cutting a promo after you're forfeiting?
That's what you need to do. Or else we're going to give Mickey Richards keys to your house. He's going to come in and use your toilet. Not to take a poo-poo or a pee-pee. He's going to use your toilet as a girlfriend.
Wow. I can't believe it.
Mickey's going to date your toilet. Give it kisses.
Enjoy your first match back
Feed it dinner.
against Lil Lunchbox or someone like that. And who knows what if the fans will be willing to come out and vote for you after this. Wow.
Those of you that would like to join the anti-egghead consortium will be taking applicants.
I'm the head of the ministry against Egghead. The ministry.
I'm just kidding, Egghead. I want you to come back healthy and happy.
This has been a PSA.
Good times, good times. Dude.
This Friday, Actual Mania, we will have the card ready. We will be announcing the card on Thursday, and we'll see who's on it. Thank you, Odith720. We appreciate the sub.
Put him up. Put him up.
Your TED Talk? You didn't give a TED Talk. What are you talking about? You took 10 minutes to write 2 sentences. Then you basically forfeited. And then you talked shit about the person who you just gave up to. Where's the TED Talk?
Yeah, here's your TED Talk.
Yeah,
Send
what
us
is
a
this?
video of you butt chugging a pickle jar full of piss. Let's go. Hey,
Yeah.
and Feral Gamer 666
Getting all the bits.
with the biddies. Thank you for sharing the biddies. It might just be the greatest Actual Mania of all time.
It might be.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
It might be.
We're figuring it out right now.
Oh, Egghead's typing again. Is he going to type some more TED Talk for us?
Oh, we're in trouble. Egghead with the TED Talk. Let's get it, Eggy. Let's get it, Egghead. What do you got to say, young Egg Ted, with the head talk? This has been my head talk. Billy Gray, that's nasty. I'm not reading that out to the public.
I would
chat.
love to see the therapy session where Egghead explains that this fictional wrestling league on the internet is the cause of poor mental health for him. I want to see the look on their face as he explains this.
But if he started out the explanation with, so I drank a jar of piss for no reason, they might be like,
nobody
okay.
asked him to do
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Oh, God. And they're like questioning why they even got into psychology. Like, why? Why?
That's great. Yeah, I didn't think it did, Egghead. I thought all it had to do with was your mental health accelerating. I thought Actual Mania.
It's basically
made you-
therapy.
Made you the
It's
greatest
basically
version of
therapy.
yourself, is what I had thought. And I was like, oh no, Egghead's abandoning his.
He's fallen off.
He's abandoning his war chariot. This is a chariot that he's been driving faithfully into battle, and now he's abandoning the chariot for self-destruction. That's what killed me, Egghead. Is I thought you were onto something. I thought
He could have been a legend. He could have been a legend.
You know.
Some
kids talk about legends.
I guess he's just a flash in the pan.
Some kids talk about Humpty Dumpty.
He's a flash in the pan. I thought he was destined for the Hall of Fame. I thought maybe Egghead might have been the first ever Hall of Famer of Actual Mania.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know. He lost his smile.
Egghead, if I were you, I would crack 12 eggs into a frying pan using only your butt cheeks. And make a 12-egg vomelet. Eat that little tootie in front of all of us for Cringerweight Championship. And let's go.
The Hall of Cringe. Oh, God. All right. All right. I think we're going to wrap up the show. We will see all of you back on Thursday. We've got a packed show and an after show that you don't want to miss. And thanks for coming over to Twitch and watching us, despite all the tech issues and everything. We will see you again on Thursday. Have a great night, everybody. Oh, shit.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TPO, they're going to touch me.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.